Arts of MMA and strategies. Boxing. Boxing is a striking art that primarily focuses on punches and footwork. It is known for its quick, precise strikes, and its emphasis on defense and head movement. Boxers train extensively on techniques such as the jab, cross, hook, and uppercut, and are known for their ability to deliver powerful, accurate punches. One of the advantages of boxing for MMA fighters is that it teaches them how to move in and out of range quickly, which can be useful for setting up takedowns or avoiding strikes from opponents. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ. BJJ is a grappling art that is primarily focused on ground fighting and submissions. It teaches practitioners how to take down their opponents and control them on the ground using various techniques, including chokes, joint locks, and positional control. One of the main advantages of BJJ for MMA fighters is that it teaches them how to control opponents on the ground, which is a key aspect of the sport. It also teaches them how to defend against submissions and how to transition between different positions. Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a striking art that emphasizes the use of punches, kicks, knees, and elbows. It is known for its effectiveness in close-range combat and its ability to generate power in strikes from all angles. Muay Thai practitioners are trained to use their whole body to generate power, and are also trained in clinching techniques to control opponents. One of the main advantages of Muay Thai for MMA fighters is that it teaches them how to strike effectively in close range, which can be useful in the clinch and on the ground. Wrestling. Wrestling is a grappling art that emphasizes takedowns and control on the ground. It is known for its explosiveness and its ability to control opponents through superior positioning. Wrestlers are trained to take their opponents down and control them on the ground, and are also trained in takedown defense to avoid being taken down themselves. One of the main advantages of wrestling for MMA fighters is that it teaches them how to control opponents on the ground, which is a key aspect of the sport. It also teaches them how to use takedowns to their advantage and how to defend against takedowns from opponents. Kickboxing. Kickboxing is a hybrid striking art that combines elements of both boxing and Muay Thai. It emphasizes the use of punches and kicks to strike opponents, and may also include elbow and knee strikes in some forms of the sport. Kickboxers are trained to strike effectively from a variety of ranges, and are also trained in footwork and movement to avoid strikes from opponents. One of the main advantages of kickboxing for MMA fighters is that it teaches them how to strike effectively from all ranges, which can be useful in a variety of situations in the cage. Karate. Karate is a traditional Japanese martial art that emphasizes striking with the hands, feet, and knees. It is known for its precise, powerful techniques, and its emphasis on discipline and self-control. While karate is not as popular in MMA as some of the other arts listed here, it can still be useful for fighters who want to develop their striking skills. One of the main advantages of karate for MMA fighters is that it teaches them how to strike effectively from a variety of ranges and angles, which can be useful in the cage. Judo. Judo is a Japanese martial art that emphasizes throws and clinching techniques. It is known for its effectiveness in close-range combat, and its ability to use an opponent's momentum against them. While judo is not as popular in MMA as some of the other arts listed here, it can still be useful for fighters who want to improve their takedown skills and clinch work. One of the main advantages of judo for MMA fighters is that it teaches them how to use an opponent's momentum against them, which can be useful for throwing opponents or setting up submissions. However, one potential drawback of judo in MMA is that many of its techniques involve using the gi or uniform, which is not allowed in MMA competition. Fighters who train in judo for MMA will need to adapt their techniques to work without the gi. When it comes to strategies based on arts and styles, MMA fighters will often combine techniques from multiple arts to create their own unique style. For example, a fighter might use wrestling to take an opponent down, then use BJJ to control them on the ground and look for submissions. Alternatively, they might use Muay Thai to strike on the feet and wear down an opponent, then use wrestling to take them down and finish the fight on the ground. In terms of specific strategies for different arts, here are a few examples. Boxing. A fighter with a strong boxing background might focus on using footwork and head movement to avoid strikes from opponents, then look to counter with precise, powerful punches. They might also use feints and angles to set up their strikes, and work on their defense to avoid being taken down. BJJ. A fighter with a strong BJJ background might focus on taking opponents down and controlling them on the ground. They might look to pass their opponent's guard and work towards a dominant position, then use submissions to finish the fight. They might also use their takedown defense to avoid being taken down themselves. Muay Thai. A fighter with a strong Muay Thai background might focus on striking from the clinch and using knees and elbows to wear down opponents. They might also use their footwork to move in and out of range and avoid strikes from opponents, then look to counter with powerful punches and kicks. Wrestling. A fighter with a strong wrestling background might focus on using takedowns to control opponents on the ground. They might look to take opponents down and work towards a dominant position, then use ground and pound to finish the fight. They might also use their takedown defense to avoid being taken down themselves. Kickboxing. A fighter with a strong kickboxing background might focus on striking effectively from all ranges. They might use their kicks and punches to keep opponents at a distance, then move in with combinations to do damage. They might also use their footwork to avoid being taken down, and look to finish the fight with strikes. Karate. A fighter with a strong karate background might focus on striking with precision and speed. They might use their footwork to move in and out of range quickly, then look to counter with precise strikes. They might also use their angles and feints to set up their strikes, and work on their takedown defense to avoid being taken down. Overall, there is no one best martial art for MMA fighters to pick. Instead, fighters should focus on developing a well-rounded skill set that includes striking, grappling, and takedown defense. By combining techniques from multiple arts and developing their own unique style, fighters can become more versatile and effective in the cage.